in your portfolio. If you have a body of work, that would be great. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Awesome. If you have a body of work, let's say 5 or 3, that's fantastic. At least 3 works make up a good body of work, a very solid body of work. But if you have 5, that's even greater. You have those 5 in your portfolio. If you're transitioning to another body of work, let us know that we're going to be seeing something different. Just put a little bit of, a little text to explain to us, why what we're looking at here is different from what we're looking at here, and why you're putting it in the same portfolio. Because your portfolio must be coherent. By coherent, it means it must tell a story. It must be able to make sense. That means if you're putting 5, 6 pieces together that don't look the same, there has to be a tangible reason why you're putting them there. If not, don't put it. So always have a body of work, even if it's at least 5, have that there. And then you can build from there. Then in closing, you should also put your contact address as well, so we know how to find you once again. Okay, so these are the things that you should know in your portfolio. My basic advice is, when applying for something, don't put a link. Your link might not work. Yes, we're in a technological age, we're in a technological era, but sometimes it may not work. So have your portfolio in a PDF. Upload your PDF. That way you are sure. In most application forms, you will see upload your PDF. Make sure it's about 10 MB. You don't need so much in your portfolio. Just concise. Make it small, make it direct. Give it an experience once again. Make sure it has a little piece of you, something remarkable. So people can always say, oh, there was this one portfolio that I saw, the color, the design. Don't over design your work. Don't over design your portfolio. Keep it simple. Keep it classic. Okay. So those are my pointers for you when putting together a portfolio. Make it simple, make it remarkable, make it concise as possible, and upload a PDF. You do not need the link. Okay. Thank you.
All right, Valerie, thank you so much. That was very insightful. So I'm going to follow with the next points. I hope everyone can hear me. So following Valerie's remarks, there's just 2 things that I would like to clarify on my end. And this is from a curatorial perspective, right? So the works that you do, the works that you do have value, but the description and the concept and the ideas behind your work oh, is it done? Okay, sorry, we're having technical difficulties. National Grid. Okay, so I would just like to clarify that many times the artwork is powerful, but the narration behind it and the idea behind it is equally as interesting, has equal amount of value, if not more sometimes. You should be able to look at your work and talk about the process, the idea. You should be able to remember what informed you, what inspired you to do it, why you want to do it, why you feel this work is important at the top of your head. Some things that we realized when we were talking during the interview is that people were struggling to talk about something that is theirs, something as intimate as your artwork, something as intimate as a creative project that you have done, that has come from your head and finalized into a final product. You should be able to talk comfortably about your projects, and you should be able to narrate and put it into almost a story mode, so that people really are intrigued by it, so that people are interested by what you are saying, so that people try to look beyond the physical stuff, right? So beyond, oh, this painting has beautiful form, this painting has beautiful contrast, this painting has, oh, can we see an example of a good portfolio? 100%. Let me just share the screen with you. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm going to share a portfolio with them. So your artwork is your child in a way. If when our parents get asked about us, they can answer comfortably because they're parents. They raised us. They brought us to life. They raised us and they saw us into the world. And your artwork is the same thing. It's your child. So when anyone asks you about your child, we should speak comfortably about it. And we should seek constantly to sell our child. No, not to sell, but to appeal so that our child has a really good chance at making it, at getting bought, at getting exhibited, at getting accepted in this specific context. And then finally, I just have one more point. Yeah. When you get asked questions about the jury, so the jury members, they're interested in you as well. So it goes beyond your work and beyond your process and concept, like I just explained, right? So sometimes the questions that people were asked, they were struggling to, people had to stop, sort of take 2 steps back and remember some things. So when you have a good artist portfolio, like Valerie mentioned, where you are clearly outlining everything, your experience, your training, what you want to do, your works, it will be easier for you to answer questions for jury members, for collectors, for investors, etc. So they're very linked together. So I would just like to close with that. Your artwork tells a story. Your artwork is your child, and you should be so comfortable speaking about it and persuading people about it, making people see or understand what you saw and what you understood when you did the work. So I don't know if that makes sense from that everyone is listening. We're all here. And other than that, those are some of the things. I would like, this is my most important part right now for the call. I would like to open the floor for people to to ask questions, or more specifically, to give some feedback about your experience. Because as well, we make mistakes as well as the residency reviewers and as the people organizing and hosting the residency. So it's important for us to know what went wrong and what went right. So this is the opportunity for us to do that. So I have a few raised hands. I'm just gonna try to find an order. So give me 1 second. Yes? Okay. If you're on the call,
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Gabriela, for moderating. Very quickly, I wanted to remember that when I started, I'd mentioned that we were going to be joined by the special advisor to the president. We may be joined by the special advisor to the president on art and culture in the office of the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, or a representative that if she's not available, that she'll be able to send in her place. And I think I'd also come in. Mariam, good morning. Thank you so much for taking the time to join this webinar. Please, do you have a moment, 1 or 2 minutes to just say hello to everyone?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Gabriela, for moderating. Thank you, Tokwe, for facilitating this webinar session. I hope everyone will take advantage of this opportunity to ask questions, gain clarity, and just learn how to better prepare your applications for the future, for future residency programs. This will not be the only residency program that we will have. There will be more residency programs to come throughout the year and the following year. I just want to thank everyone for joining. Please participate, engage, and I look forward to hearing your questions and the responses from the team. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tokwe.
Thank you, Mariam. Thank you so much. And we really appreciate this partnership with the ministry, and thank you for your time and your efforts and consideration in the course of this residency call. So after this, just like Gabriela said, we're going to entertain questions. Please put your questions in the chat. I think that is the first thing, and then maybe we may treat one or two direct questions, meaning asking people to speak. But at this time, if you can put your question in the chat here, I will be assisting Gabriela to what's it called, to just ensure a smooth process. Very quickly, Valerie's bio, as short as we can make it, is in the chat, so you can just have a look at what she's done and the opportunity. This is just half of it. I'm trying to see if I can put the rest of it in the bio, but you can always check her out on all the platforms. So over to you, Gabriela. We have about 30 minutes. So at this time, we're going to be taking questions or any submissions. Gabriela, how do you want to make this work? How would you like to do
So,
this?
I want anyone who has any questions, I would like them to please write them down. And I have them open now. I see people are typing already. So I will just be going question through question. I will be trying to answer. If I need any help, I might have Tokbe come in for more of the specific technical details of the residency.
Okay.
So let's see.
Very quickly, Gabriela, very quickly, sorry. I've just been told that you're joined by the second facilitator, Samson Bakare. I'm trying to see if we have him on the call very quickly. He's take the portfolio building part of it, but I do not think he's here yet. But let's just keep an eye out for him while we do this. That's Samson Bakare. I will. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So the first question I have, hello, thanks for the webinar. Thank you for joining. Have the residents been chosen? I was interviewed but got no response after that. So we are still in the process of residency applications review. All applicants, final applicants, should be getting their response within a week's time, no later than that. So please stay tuned. The next question is, as regards to the application, there wasn't an option to upload a PDF format of the portfolio. It was portfolio or website link. So applicants had no option of converting link. The point we noted on PDF format. Kamsi Muel, thank you very much. We will take note of that and provide appropriate platforms for people to upload their portfolios in PDF or in Microsoft Word format. So thank you so much for your question again. Do we have any other questions? So I see a raised hand. Yes, Miss Yolanda.
Thank you very much. I'm using Yolanda's system. I just wanted to say that ideally, because of the problems with uploading your PDF and Microsoft, depending on the kind of extension that you have with your portfolio, it's always we do not advise you to directly upload a PDF to any application, except you are, of course, mandated or required to. So usually what you upload your PDF to your Google Drive, and then you make sure that you open access and you attach it. But you may not always find opportunities where they ask you to upload your PDF or Microsoft Word documents. And that is where flexibility of mind in application comes in, because then you have automatically removed yourself from the number of people who are also applying for the same opportunity. It's very easy. Your PDF, you put it in your Google, upload it somewhere on your Google, and then you copy the link. It is the easiest way. But most importantly, it also allows you, in case there is an issue with your PDF, instead of directly submitting a PDF, you can always say after 2 days, you realize that you uploaded the wrong PDF document. You can always change it. But when you have downloaded the document already, it puts you, the artist, at a disadvantage. Then your application is done and done. Let's just see if, yeah, I've just handed over to Gabriela.
Thank you so much, Tope. So I see some raised hands. Oh, I don't know what to reply. from this webinar, does it mean that we are going to reapply for this residency? No, it does not. So the purpose of this webinar was just when we evaluated and we got some notes on what went right and what went wrong, we thought that it would be best to share this with you guys, because at the end of the day, the value of these residencies is for the artist, right? Yes, we gain something from it as well, but at the long term, it's about you guys. So to share these feedback notes with you guys. So to reapply for the residency. So you will be told if you are accepted or not shortly. I hope that answers your question. Next, Christiana. Hello, thank you for the webinar. Thank you, Christiana. I applied for the residency, was shortlisted in the interview. Is there a possible chance to get another interview because I didn't get the mail on time? So usually we communicate it enough times regarding updates for the interview and stuff. We can certainly make note of it and review your application specifically to see if something went wrong. But usually we gave enough time for people to prepare and be aware of the time scheduled and everything that they were going to have their interviews. But thank you for noting this, Christiana. All right, so we are now joined by one of our other jury members, Mr. Samson Bakar. Mr. Samson, can you hear us? Can you see us? So
Yes,
I would like to
I
formally
can hear you.
introduce you. Okay, perfect. So just like with Valerie, Samson made some notable observations and feedback, obviously as jury member. We shared in the team, and we have also made note of them. So Samson, Valerie and I just 8 points regarding the things that we identified or avoidable mistakes, human errors, and what are some more conceptual errors in terms of, how to present the portfolio, narrative, concept, etc. So I would like to open the floor to you to make any additions on things that you noticed in terms of human errors and sort of more conceptual errors around people's work or the way that they present their works. Thank you, Samson.
Okay, good day, everyone. I apologize that I joined so late. On the other hand, I'm seeing some in-house message there. Can we put on our videos? Hello, just okay. Okay, so I want to speak to some human errors that happened there. Part of the feedback we got was that a lot of people were unprepared about this, probably because some people have not applied for stuff before. Okay, and I also feel like a lot of people are learning so much about the practical side of art, but few people are learning towards the theoretical or the presentation part of it, and all these things matters. In the portfolio, we discovered that some people could not even speak about their works. At some point, you have to ask somebody that pick one of the work in your portfolio, and the person was like, "I don't know the works in my portfolio." How would you not know about 15 works in a portfolio, and you could not even mention one of it to discuss? Talk more of like remembering what title it is. That's another challenge. The other challenge I see is we told one of the candidates that in as much as there's material exploration in art, we also need to understand thematic exploration and title exploration. We found out that some titles were cliche, they were reoccurring. So it means in a situation where we have 5 artists, about 10 artists are using similar names like hopes, like dreams, like anticipation. You understand that kind of like motherhood. It doesn't make any sense. We all agree that is not a leverage of uniqueness on that way. Then one thing is this: the things I think a lot of people are also missing what they need to have in that artist portfolio. Your artist bio and your portfolio are not the same thing. Okay, so you must understand that the most important thing in your artist portfolio is your artist statement. Your artist statement is not your bio. Now let me give you the differences. Now bios speak more about the person, statement speaks more about the work. Statement gives us in depth into the work. this work, the materiality, the physicality, the provenance, if possible, the date this work was created. You understand? Every other thing that we put into play, and also the narrative around the work. A lot of people find it difficult to describe their work, and this is a very, very difficult time we're living in. If people could describe other things that are important in other fields, how much more your artwork? Your artwork is like your child. You understand? So it's just like you bringing for an artist to say, or a mother, or any parent to say, can you tell us so much about, your child or whatsoever, and you don't even know the name of the child, and you created this child. We should call social work to come and pick up those child from you or the children from you. You understand what I'm saying? So you must understand what led to it, and references to sometimes too is I think it's profound to make references to, because I do not believe that an artwork exists just in isolation. It has to be a composite, existence. I mean composite in the sense that your body of work belongs to a lineage of work that has coexisted some way, somehow. You might not want to agree. You've not done enough research to know. So the idea of bringing something extremely new is not um, scholastically real, because some scholars have this a different perspective towards it, that you cannot just bring something, best something new without having alliance in any way. And I'm going to give you an example. If a novelist comes here now, we all know that some way, somehow, whatsoever Chimamanda is writing now, we give her all the praise for what she's doing, but you have to link it somehow to the works of the Igbo folklores of the likes that Achebe has done before. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's no way we discuss about a writer like this without referencing, the guys that existed before that time. So it's good. This is how you know when an artist has done a research. When an artist has done a research, the artist will know where the work, aligns with, in what period. Okay, this work is a resonance or a response to the cubic movement that existed in the 18 blah 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 or 1920, following the demise of that. You understand that kind of thing. So it's full. And most of the time, a lot of artists put this work in the hands of the art curator. So when they come for the show, it's the art curator that comes to come and describe what an artist. No, an art curator should only arrange the words for you when you have done your homework. So then it also brings, and now I will say something now. See, the whole art world we are doing stuff, is synonymous to what they do in the music world. There are some artists that get their title first. So that means some musicians get the title of the song first before writing the lyrics of the song. Same thing to some artists. Why some make the work first before getting, the title. However it is, make sure there's a lot of thoughtfulness into it. And this also speaks to making the works, a bit far from the deadline of any submission. Now, this is what's going to happen. When you make your work available before the deadline of any submission, you have enough time to breathe over those work, to even, present those works before any critic. I'm so sorry, I'm just joining now, so I don't know if Valerie has said something that I'm saying again, so I didn't want to repeat myself. So now, this is the work. You're submitting a portfolio. You are submitting. Then again, we discovered that a lot of people do not understand a body of work and a singular piece. A body of work is a collection of a series that speaks similar language, either in materiality, either in the hue, that's the color presentation, either in forms. So somebody's presenting a portfolio. We are seeing charcoal, we are seeing portraiture, we are seeing landscape in a single portfolio. I do not think that is right. One thing that someone could do for us is to make us understand that by labeling that period, it all boils down to organizational structure. Okay, this period is my charcoal period. There are 4 pieces there, which is fine. Tell us why I use charcoal. I remember one of my friends sometimes was saying that, because his mom, sells charcoal, that's how he draws with charcoal. That is okay. That's a good narrative. You understand? And sometimes when you read other, and also I would say that enough artists are not listening to, they're not listening enough to other artists speaking. Yes, artists have not read enough artist statements by other artists, and that is the problem. I believe one of a group of people that are so egocentric in the world are the artists, which is fine. I like it for us. But then we also need to find the balance from it. Now, listen to me. I have not seen songwriters that have not listened to other people sing before. Yeah, even in the current Grammy, whatsoever they're having, songwriter listen to other songwriter, they vibe to what they are, so that they could have a kind of there's something. It's like a principle of leftover. When you listen to certain professional people, you don't get empty of yourself. It's some leftover comes into you, and that leftover is to gear you towards certain level of perfection. And the same thing to footballers. We listen to these guys, they tell you, oh, I've watched this guy play over time, and over time I got this dribble skill. So why are you not listening to other artists write about their work? There are some words. Another thing is learning new words. We are tired of hearing things like I am exploring this. That word, see, go and a lot of artists need to understand synonyms in English language. Let's go back to the basic English language. Let's go back to yes. My work is an exploration, and a lot of AI happening too. Yeah, a lot of AI happening. A lot of people are putting stuff into AI. Now, let me tell you something there. So many things that we did in Nigerian system, you cannot do it outside the system here, in other places internationally. Because the moment you are applying for an MFA, that's a Master in Fine Arts, your professor is asking you to make a research. They have the software they are going to submit your PDF into, or your workshop. It's going to bring out the percentage of AI used. And that is why a lot of Nigerian students are sent back. Let us see this. The problem we are having here is not even it's not an art problem at first. There are language problems, a linguistic issue we are having here. It's an intellectual issue we are having here. Let us go back to the dictionaries. You are not, as an artist, you are not reading any play, right? Someone is asking you in an interview, what novel do you listen to? You don't listen to any novel, you don't, why? And forgetting that everything we are learning as an artist or we are presenting outside is a bunch of so many other things. It's a bunch of as simple as movies. Some artists do not even have the practice of keeping record, like something as simple as having a personal journal, a personal diary. Now, what does that person want to present to the world? Let's just ask these frank questions. What do you want to present to the world? You have nothing to give us because you have not known yourself. To a point that in certain interviews, we are asking some artists, who are you? And they have to pause for some minutes because they don't know who they are. Then they said, I am an artist, I am Godfrey. I said, no, I didn't ask you what you are. I said, who are you? Now, how can you give what you do not have? Can we all see that this Reimagine Hope residency is a reflection, is to make us understand that we need to go back to the drawing board? Yes, it's to make us understand. A lot of people, I don't know how the Nigerian system feels like. A lot of people do not understand what a jury is when you are presenting things before a jury. You understand? So I think because artists have not been in that space to go for a job interview like other fields. So I kind of feel like the guys in the peace admin and other administrative fields have an edge over us in times like this. So somebody appears before you and the person is saying, oh, there's no light, there's no this. You have 12 hours to present before the jury. We are talking about portfolio here. You have so many minutes to do these things ahead of time. In fact, some people do not even submit their portfolio. Let's even start. Some people just drop their Instagram, this thing. That is so unprofessional. So in your portfolio, you have your artist statement. We've talked about the artist statement and in-depth into the work. We talk about the medium used in the work. You understand? The medium used in the work. So it feels like if you have an educational background, it comes on the top also. Educational background, whatever you've been to, if you have been to any kind of even informal art education that has impacted you, maybe you learned from a roadside, please, you can put it there. If you have been part of any studio or something, please, you can put it there. And I will say something too. Another thing that also, amplifies the voice of an artist, especially when the ties are so tight, when we have people that are like so close to each other and you want to have an edge, it all boils down to the kind of things you volunteer for. A lot of artists do not volunteer. We have so many organizations in Nigeria here. And what this thing does is that it adds to your portfolio. When we are reviewing your portfolio, we are seeing that This person has volunteered for so art foundation. This person has been a part of. Even if they don't pay you, please add it there. If you ever at any point volunteer for any prominent artist in Nigeria, please add it there. Maybe any prominent artist, you were an assistant to the person. Please, let's try to make things official. At any point, any of you, you have to speak in, maybe even as maybe in a children conference, you are talking to them about creativity or innovation or stuff. Demand for a letter. You will need that letter in the future to come. Yes, please demand for a letter. Let them give you a letterhead, or let them give you something, or even if it's a picture, because you need to add it. There are many things people feel they are not important, but they add to what if, whatsoever thing we are doing as an artist. You understand? So this is me telling you what it feels like in the professional world. We are trying to like bridge the gap. Some of us collect artworks. And when you collect artwork, let me tell you what it feels like. It's so rare to find artists that are both art collectors, creative directors, and curators at the same time. Some people might not label themselves curator, but they have this curatorial, acumen. And what it does is that you can see into the future of an artist that's going to last in the industry by the way this person projects themselves. Yeah. So sometimes when an artist is not projecting themselves well, it's risky. Let me tell you something today, guys. People are gambling over you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see the way people play sporty bet and the likes, they are gambling over you. They are saying, oh, I take this boy over. That's what happened in auction houses. People are putting money on your destiny, and we cannot afford to mess it up. That's it. Somebody is gambling over you. I remember some times ago, an artist, a collector, one of the earliest collectors was saying things like, can you give us proof of how you're going to last in the industry? It means that your artist statement or portfolio is not convincing. See, now, let's take it. Let me cut you guys some slack now. I am not saying you guys have done so much. Maybe you need to have done a lot for you to like. No, it's not about doing a lot. It's about documenting the little things you've done in your space. That's what I'm saying. It's all about. So after this point, if somebody is in, I don't know if if one of you is in the high school or graduate from high school, please can you write letters to certain galleries or studios or space. Just tell them you are going to intern for them for 1 month or something. We can add this to what the portfolio feels like. Okay. Am I going over my head? I'm seeing a picture happening here. Somebody's showing something. Can someone respond to me? Programs
I know
by
they are
Sierra. Are you
sharing the
sure? Are
picture
you
of a portfolio.
So please just continue. Sorry
okay?
about
Can
that.
I or is
Yeah.
it time? Okay. So talking about the arrangements, please. Let us give us something basics. Sometimes I don't think any of us need any graphic designer. As simple as downloading Word, WPS or Word file or whatsoever on your phone. And please, when you are sending your portfolio, send it in PDF. Don't send portfolio in Word file. Try to find a way to convert it. The arrangement, the layout is simple. We are artists. Sometimes our creative space is not something we just try to like we start exploring on canvas. Sometimes it's as simple as the WPS, how this person is organized. Let me tell you what is happening here. I'll tell you what's happening. Some residency organizations, they kind of have they have a way of trying to know what kind of personality you are, and I'll tell you why. Now, we've been to residencies that will tell you that the residents vandalized their place before leaving, and I'm telling you why portfolio. Now, in the portfolio, you are convincing somebody, even by the way you organize this thing, that you are an organized person. Now, somebody is submitting a portfolio. Title is at the top of the first line. We are seeing medium going to the left, running out of the page. Towards the bottom, we are seeing something else like the size is going to the please, guys, please. The organization, you are presenting yourself that yes, you are, and do you know they also the same thing also goes to a grant application too. When you're applying for grants, people want to know if you're a reliable person. Imagine somebody submitting an application like that, and you're applying for a grant that feels like maybe like a 5,000. Oh, it's time up. I'm sorry. I didn't. Sorry, guys. Okay, I will over to my. Thank you so much. That's my 2 cents.
Right. Thank you guys. Sorry about the image. Sorry about the image issue. I wanted to show an example visually speaking, and also on what Valerie was mentioning before, just simple and well communicated portfolio was. Apologies for that. Samson, thank you so much again, and Valerie, thank you so much once again for your time and contribution. This is much appreciated, and I know that the artists that are here will appreciate it as well. Any questions that have been answered will be answered by Sokpa. I want to thank everyone once again for attending, and we'll be taking feedback on how this session went, because we want to do these more often, and hopefully we want to do them in person as well, because there's nothing more human than meeting face to face, right? So yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much as well to our collaborators. So if you have any more questions, please drop them. We will make sure to make notes of them and answer accordingly. And I hope you all have a lovely day and good luck.
Thank you, Gabriela, for moderating this session. Thank you so much. I just wanted to quickly address a couple of things here before we round up. Yes, we would love to have something continue talking, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen, guys. But we're going to invite Samson and Valerie as well. Someone was saying, oh, Valerie, well done. Yeah. We're going to be having them to be part of the series of workshops that we'll be organizing in the course of the residency. So whether you are successfully admitted into the residency or unfortunately not, the workshops at the residency, they're going to be very in-depth. So, and it's going to be open to all. We have a solid portfolio building session. So please, for those that are asking if you should organize, yes, if Samson is in the country, because right now he's not in Nigeria, and if Valerie is available as well, we're going to have a portfolio building session during the residency, and we're going to invite a couple more people. We're also going to have an archiving session that we're already co-creating with another creative hub. So it's going to be very, very rich as well. We would also have one more workshop, the human design thinking workshop. Design thinking workshop. So for artists, this one is for artists, for you to understand that human beings are going to be reviewing your work. And so all of these workshops are tailored because we understand the work that we do, that you do. We value the work that you do. And it is our hope that you join these workshops. Thank you very much once again to the facilitators. Thank you very much to Gabriela for moderating. Aziz, are you here? And of course, thank you to Mariam for joining and staying. Okay, 1 second. And to Mariam as well, thank you so much for seeing this through. Like I said, we're going to be reaching out to shortlisted candidates in the next couple of days. So please check your email. We're not going to be able to afford you enough time for you to consider. So we're probably going to be giving you maybe 2 or 3 days to reach out to us, and accept or reject the residency. So please, it is important that you check your email. Once again, this is a collaboration. This initiative is by the Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy. Madhouse is delivering on behalf of the ministry, so we really appreciate the ministry's thoughtfulness in even conceiving and joining us on this journey of the Reimagining Hope residency. I'm now going to be handing over to Aziz. Aziz, are you there? Do you want to say a few things before we round up? And Mariam, is there, in case there's anything that you want to say, Mariam? I don't know if Mariam is still here, but maybe something that you that you'd like to just drop, please, the floor is open. Let me see. Yeah, and Imran is here. I think I saw Imran somewhere. Hi, Imran, also a representative from the ministry. So I think not. So I'm just going to hand over to Aziz, who is one of our project managers here at Madhouse, and who is also one of the jurors of the residency program. So over to you, Aziz. Thank you, everyone. Aziz, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Tope, and thanks to the guests for taking out time to attend this session and sharing from their wealth of knowledge. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Valerie. Thank you so much, Samson. And like someone said, we should organize a physical portfolio session, review session. We are going to do that. We have that in stock. So expect more from Madhouse because we are here to up the emerging creatives, you understand, and help to build them to the world level, to the standard level, to the international level where they can compete with anybody around the world. And that's why we are here for you. We are going to do that because Chris. What I would like to say basically is that so what I would like to say basically is when we are applying for anything, it could be grant, it could be residency, it could be exhibition. Please always read instructions very well. If you need to probably ask, read instructions and ask the questions they ask you or what they request that you should add, you should understand. If you don't understand anything, please ask questions before applying. It is best to apply once and apply well than to apply early and apply wrong. Once you click send, that is it. You can't go back to it. So it's better for you to go over anything you are applying for, any question they're asking you. Make sure you understand it before you apply and do the needful because you are just a step away from being selected and a step away from being from losing this opportunity. And I believe with the few things that I shared today, we've learned one or two things and next applications we are next residency or any other applications we are applying for, we will do better and it won't be like last time. So like she said, we are going to reach out to those that are selected hopefully. So I know in situations like this, some people win, some people lose. So if you get selected, congratulations. If you don't get selected, just go other next time. It's not as if we don't appreciate your work. It's not as if your works are not good enough. Probably there's something that you still need to do more. And please look out for more opportunity coming from us and any other organization in future. So if you have any question, probably add that to the feedback so we can use that to prepare the next order have in the nearest future. So please, can you just do me a favor by putting on your camera so that we can have like a screenshot of everybody that attended. Just put on your camera for a few seconds and we are done. Thank you. I'm waiting, Obidari. I'm waiting, Josh. Put on your camera. Yeah, I to see your beautiful faces. Thank you, thank you. We really appreciate you for coming, and we hope to see you guys win in the nearest future. Thank you all for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Give some feedback so someone like me about the evidence in Germany in order to be to show the need to some first one to start with the shoes that I found. Any screenshot? Any screenshot?